I don't want. Okay, I don't want us to have. I've told you where the vehicle is.
The truck was actually coming from Ring Road. It missed a step. So as it was trying to gather itself, it fell.
What we are witnessing these days, it is something we can no longer understand.
They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us distance or promises are fake. We don't want it anymore.
And now to the news headlines. Benin Sapele Road construction gains momentum as residents commence speed of work. Although government flags off free enrollment in public schools for 2025/2026 academic session.
It will encourage the students to, even for those that are dropped out, they are free to go and enroll.
Concern over growing restrictions ahead of presidential polls.
Recently, a live television interview with a political figure was interrupted by security forces. These developments come following the suspension of 3 civil society organisations and the banning of 2 others in December last year, and restrictions that were imposed on the operations and funding of some civil society groups.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6, reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. My name is Harmony Agbafor, and now to the news in details. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has announced the appointment of CSP Benjamin Hundeyin as the new spokesperson for the Nigeria Police Force. CSP Hundeyin is a seasoned communicator, holds degrees in English and legal criminology and security psychology. He is also a certified civil military coordinator and a member of key professional bodies, including the NIPR, IPRA, and CIPM. He brings a wealth of experience, having served at various command levels and as part of the UN's peacekeeping mission in Dao. Until his appointment, CSPU was a PPRO of the Lagos State Police Command. The IGP has urged the new Force PRO to leverage his expertise to enhance the force's public image and foster stronger relations with the Nigerian public. The Ministry of Defense has come under criticism as its actions are said to be hindering operations within the institution. Protestant soldiers who voluntarily resigned from the army claimed they were shortchanged in the payment of their gratitudes and security department allowances and are now demanding the full settlement of the outstanding balance. The report.
Former soldiers besieged the entrance of the Ministry of Finance headquarters in the metropolis of Abuja. For nearly 4 days, they have been protesting, demanding the payment of the balance of their gratuity and security department allowance.
So what we wanted, let them pay us our full gratuity for new rates, according to the new rates that the president said.
I served 21 years and 27 days in the army. My own money, my gratuity is 5,844,070 something kobo. That is my gratuity. Why my SDA we supposed to be 3,000,000 384,550 naira. In total, as I'm standing like as a man, I'm still more physically agile. All I got with all this money was 5,132,058 naira and some kobo.
The protesters all voluntarily disengaged from the army before July 29, 2024, prior to the implementation of the new minimum wage.
I served the army for 20 years. I retired last year.
And I retired 2000 and the same with these people. 2014, yes, sir. Voluntarily.
The military authorities say that their gratuities and allowances payouts were based on the previous minimum wage of 30,000 naira, which was the prevailing salary benchmark at the time this news.
The rehabilitation work on the Benin-Sapele Road is now progressing at top speed, with its engineers working around the clock to ensure its timely completion. BeeTv News' Arogi Agwebo, who visited the road, reports that residents applauded the speed of the project and commended Governor Monday Okpebholo for his recent visits, which they said was a major factor in the current progress of the work.
Rehabilitation work on the Benin-Sapele Road is progressing steadily, with engineers and their equipment fully engaged with construction work. The stress of the road around Ajib Aziz, previously deployable and impassable, has been resurfaced with stone base, while PZ Junction, a flood-prone area, is currently undergoing drainage construction, and one lane of Limit Road leading to Satana Market has been fully completed, with construction ongoing at the under lane of the road. Residents in the area expressed satisfaction with the progress and speed of the project and commended Governor Okpebholo for his recent visits, which they said has significantly contributed to the current progress of the work. Engineers handling the project commented on the progress, stating that they are taking advantage of the break in the rainy season to accelerate the work. They added that the constructing of the road with rigid pavement will help ensure its durability and longevity.
We are now done we have made stabilization about 3 kilometers, and we are doing casting now. We have put first stone base now, normal stone base, before stabilization like 1 kilometer now. Then we are cutting this place to put stone base on top. Yes, by God's grace, we will try our best.
Okay, the construction work on the Benin-Sapele Road now picking up speed. Residents and motorists are hopeful that the work will be completed soon. Arogi Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
The Edo State government has commenced free enrollment of pupils into public primary and secondary schools across the state for the 2025-2026 academic session, a move aimed at reducing financial barriers to education and encouraging increased school attendance amongst children. The initiative, which covers registration and placement without charges, has been welcomed by residents who commended Governor Monday Okpebholo for sustaining policies that promote access to quality education. BeeTv News' God's Gift Omone has more.
A lot of people from stress. Do you know what it is to put a child?
In a move designed to ease the burden on parents and boost school attendance, the Edo State government has rolled out free enrollment for pupils across public primary and secondary schools in the state for the 2025-2026 academic session. Parents and guardians expressed satisfaction with the initiative, noting that the waiver of registration fees would ease the financial burden on households and encourage wider school attendance. They commended the state government under the leadership of Governor Monday Okpebholo for prioritizing access to basic education.
It will encourage the students to, even for those that are dropped out, they are free to go and enroll. And it will also help relieve the parents. I think the governor tried.
there are a lot of people that will not be able to even afford it, no matter how small or how small you might think it is. But what the governor did was very, very commendable. It's very commendable. He really tried. He has relieved a lot of people from stress. Do you know what it is to put a child in school? You buy books, you pay school fees, you buy bags, you sew their uniform. So what the governor did is commendable.
Officials of the State Ministry of Education disclosed that the free enrollment exercise aligns with ongoing reforms to strengthen the education sector and improve literacy levels. Gosgift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
Edo State on Friday joined the nation in observing the public holiday to mark the Muslim Eid Molid celebration. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that government establishments, financial institutions in Benin City were under lock, which indicates the public holiday was in full swing. The reports.
A drive through some major roads in Benin shows that the public holiday declared by the federal government to mark the Muslim Eid Maulud holiday was in full swing as government and private establishments such as the Secretariat and the Civil Service Commission buildings on Sapler Road, banks, BEDC offices were under lock and key, signaling that the holiday is in full swing. Some Benin City residents said they see the holiday as an opportunity to relax and meet up with other personal needs. They said they feel relief from workload.
The holiday they come now, school are come, we enjoy it.
The public holiday, we thank God, we observe it, so we give thanks to God.
So, if I spent my day, I just went around to do some personal things that I was not able to do during the week, because my working day is my working day. So after my closing hour from 4, I'm now trying to meet up with some of my personal activities. So I just went around to do one or two so that I will not affect my office schedule, so that I'll be able to do a better service delivery to the government from Monday to Friday, because that's what I'm being paid for. So that's why I spend my day.
Very much. I spend my holiday with good care first. And we know that this holiday is just about Muslim religions.
Work is expected to resume nationwide on Monday. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
Residents have lamented the excesses of traders at the New Benin market over their continuous street trading habits, which has made free flow of traffic and movements difficult. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that the street trading activities has deteriorated to a level that the traders now conveniently display their wares on the road.
Street trading activities here at the New Benin market has become a nightmare to residents in the area who seems to be fed up with the unbearable habits of the traders. The traders who have fully occupied the walkway are now also occupying a section of the road, thereby placing a constraint on the free flow of human and vehicular movement. Some residents expressed displeasure over the habits of the market women, describing it as annoying because they are not only endangering their own lives, but also putting the safety of the public at risk with their continuous street trading habits, especially at night, where they take over the entire road.
There's hold up everywhere. People, they are selling food the tie road. At the tie road, they are selling. At the tie road, they are selling. They are driving them. They will not pass there to the other side. They will stay tie road. And some people, they are dying. I don't like it.
But all of them have shit inside the market. All of them. 4 o'clock on here, you know where to pass. 5 o'clock, you know where to pass. I don't know why it's like that.
However, the respondents appeal to the state governments to come up with a lasting solution to end the street trading activities, especially at New Benin market.
Government had to cash on so that they go like that. Then
Before now, they suspended professional drivers on we on ground to ensure there was orderliness at the new Benin market. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
Honorable Omusi Omoregbe has visited leaders of the All Progressive Congress APC in Ward 10 of Ego local government area of Edo State to seek their support ahead of the party's local government and councillorship primaries scheduled for November 2025. The visit, which brought together ward executives, stakeholders, and key grassroots mobilizers, was part of Honorable Omusi's wider consultation drive within the party. BeeTv News Best Orator has more.
During the visit, Honorable Omusi Omoregbe engaged with ward leaders, executives, and other stakeholders of APC Ward 10 and outlined his vision and commitment to grassroots development if elected as the party's councillorship flag bearer and councillor for Ward 10 of Igbo local government area. The consultation formed part of his efforts to consolidate support within the ward and strengthen unity ahead of the local government primaries for November 2025 and subsequent elections in 2026. Party leaders and stakeholders in Igbo Ward 10 pledged their support for Honorable Omusi Omoregbe during the visit, assuring him of their readiness to stand by his aspirations in the forthcoming primaries. The meeting was followed by the traditional breaking of kola nuts and prayers, symbolizing peace and unity as they sought divine guidance for his success.
From the bottom of my heart. So I want make me go there. We represent Ward 10. Represent women, represent men, represent the youth.
When you go to cry now, Baba tell us, you are very good, you are hardworking, but unfortunately you are not a politician. Because you don't take care of people, you don't answer people. You understand me now? So by the special grace of God, you will reach there. Amen. But you should be conscious of yourself. Don't overlook, don't promise you they come, they're not going to see you.
To also work with good mind, to also give I support with all my heart. Support you, my brother.
We are like a pair together.
So,
concord. So Akewa Jima me ka true and so I'm fully in support of him.
It's not a it's already there.
Thank you, sir. I boldly they talk out my hand for chest as our youth leader. Since he deliver as youth leader, he will do more as councillor.
Just started. Almost is our son. By the grace of God, we pray for God to give us long life. Yeah. So we back her before. I still believe say that Papa he never see. He never tear. I be your boy. He never tear. So that be the thing. No be person wey they don't know. So may God give you the power and the knowledge. So know where to pull leg. And may God still give you wisdom. May you know mistake your leg. So now parable now make for them. So match leg well. You know that's I know say this time when we did so. At the time when they say they match leg well. So no make God not let you match wrong place. So no wahala.
Going forward, we know so many people show interest. But what we can tell him now is that go and do the needful. Go and work. Registration is ongoing. Ensure you mobilize people to go and register. People who have not registered before, ensure they register. Because at the end of the day, it's always a game of numbers.
Speaking, where we born for Ubo, may leg not draw grounds. So we want really carry and we fair carry him. That time. After the vote, say don't sit down there. May not carry one person say now this one make her go there. May take everybody. Say as one.
In his remarks, Honorable Omusi Omoregbe expressed gratitude for the show of solidarity and appealed for continuous support to enable him deliver effective and inclusive representation at the grassroots.
And all the leaders here, nobody will tell you they're all present. So, nobody power. So, issue of I'm not here to wait to campaign or here and there, but it leads to a position in the United of security of the team. Ever since Friday hotel already come, issue of criminal courtesan here and there. In my turn, now wipe here. Even leader can still testify. At times, but the patrol lay the full hotel. We have a lot to say. So I will not also disappoint you guys because it have a change in terms of maybe accessible where maybe I call in okay with the person when we are busy or you know so I agree so say they be soon. So see what the transportation we are so now
the meeting provided a platform for dialogue with the APC leadership in Igowo 10 as Honorable Omusi Omoregbe solicited their backing to secure victory in the forthcoming internal contest. Honorable Omusi Omoregbe, against all odds, contested the councillorship position for Igowo 10 in 2023, and despite not winning, he remained with the party.
First thing that you are going to do for Igowo 10, we need transformers and everything good. Because we don't have lights. And secondly, this is the only place we are making winning for 10 in the local government because we have 75 units. I don't want to know why. While I will go by the boy and I will never disappear. We'll be working. I don't want to know why.
As a true party man, Honorable Omusi Omoregbe never defected from the APC when the former governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, and other former leaders of APC left the party for PDP. He was later victimized and arrested for not defecting to the APC. As Edo State prepares for the 2026 local government election and primary scheduled to hold in November this year, Honorable Omusi Omoregbe is hopeful that he will clinch the party's councillorship ticket for Ward 10. Best Orator, reporting for BeeTv.
The National Institute for Educational Planning and Administration, NIEPA, has held its annual conference in Ondo State with a call for the adoption of smart quality assurance systems to improve standards in Nigeria's education sector. The conference themed Driving Excellence, Innovation and Best Practices in Education Quality Assurance in the 21st Century brought together directors and senior officials of quality assurance from federal and state ministries of education, agencies, and parastatals across the country. The report is presented by God's Gift Omone.
With the theme, Driving Excellence, Innovation and Best Practices in Education Quality Assurance in the 21st Century, education stakeholders have converged in Ondo State for the annual conference of the National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration, NEPA. The gathering focused on developing smart quality assurance systems to strengthen standards and improve learning outcomes across Nigeria. Speaking at the opening, the Acting Director General and Chief Executive of NEPA, Dr. A.D. Shofoyeke, stressed the importance of quality assurance in strengthening policy implementation, enhancing accountability, and improving learning outcomes. He urged participants to embrace innovative, technology-driven mechanisms in line with the digital transformation agenda of the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa. The head of training and research at NEIPA, Dr. Lara Ogusola, reinforced the need for innovation in education oversight, calling on states and agencies to take advantage of NEIPA's expertise in capacity building to meet emerging challenges. UNICEF's education specialist, Mr. Saka Adebayo Ibrahim, added that quality assurance systems are essential for equitable and inclusive education, noting that Nigeria must integrate best practices to achieve sustainable progress. Representing state directors, the Director General of the Edo State Directorate of Education, Quality Assurance and Accountability, Dr. Ame Ogbemudia, commended NEIPA for convening the conference and aligned its objectives with Governor Monday Okpebolo's education reforms. She expressed optimism that the meeting would promote collaboration and knowledge sharing among states.
Tell ourselves how our states are doing. So our relation, every one of us that came from various states, we have about 9 states here, we all learn from each other through that interactive section. The third paper was strengthening quality assurance system, which is establishing and institutionalizing the quality assurance system will go a long way in strengthening the processes. So if we institutionalize it in Edo State, for example, we are a directorate, the government may be a directorate, we also have a priority of having to be able to quality assure without fear of error. Some states have it as an authority like Zamfara. They call it quality assurance authority. So they have that authority to quality assure. And other states will state as a department. Jola has it. So I am also encouraging you that you should institutionalize it so that it will work better for us.
Other participants were officials from Enugu, Zamfara, and the National Teachers Institute, equally pledged support for strengthening education monitoring and evaluation nationwide. The conference continues with technical sessions aimed at developing strategies to transform Nigeria's quality assurance system and drive excellence in education delivery. Gosgift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
The federal government has provided support to over 300 smallholder farmers in Nasarawa State as part of efforts to enhance food production, processing and marketing during the 2025 wet season. The report.
It's another boost for farmers in Nasarawa State as government and partners distribute inputs to support this year's wet season farming. About 352 farmers from 5 local government areas are benefiting from improved rice seeds, cassava cottons, fertilizers and herbicides. The support is designed to strengthen food systems and improve livelihood. Also handed out with tricycles to help farmers transport their produce to markets, cutting losses and boosting incomes.
This intervention will not only boost agricultural productivity, but also enhance rural incomes, create opportunities for our youth and women, and move us closer to the vision of food sufficiency in Nasarawa State.
For the farmers, the intervention is more than inputs. It's about securing a better future for the families.
Muna 40 bags of rice. CDP,
we don't want to see any bush around Nasarawa State. We want to cultivate all the areas of land so that people will get food, they will benefit, they will eat and satisfy.
The program, which is a collaboration of the federal government, state government and the International Fund for Agricultural Development, is expected to transform smallholders farming into a drive of food security and wealth creation in Nasarawa State. Favor Kalawali reporting for BeeTv News.
President Bola Tinubu has directed an immediate review of security operations in Katsina State, with a pledge to strengthen the fight against banditry through the deployment of advanced military hardware and surveillance gadgets. Speaking at the State House, Abuja, while speaking a delegation led by Katsina Governor Diko Rada, Tinubu emphasized that Nigeria's security challenges are manageable. BeeTv News, SOL Senwige has details.
President Bola Tinubu says there is need for security outfits that understand local terrain and culture, adding that daily feedback on security operations in the state must be provided. He added that his administration is reviewing all aspects of security and would holistically consider creating state police.
I'm reviewing all the aspects of the security. It might be necessary. Instead of all this civilian, this medical, this, or JTVFT, civilian, that, and I have to create state police. We are looking at that holistically. We will defeat security. It will be effective. We must protect our children, our people, and our livelihood, and places of worship and places of recreation. They can't intimidate us. On one hand, the forest guard is being empowered.
The former governor of Katsina State, Aminu Bello Masari, thanks the president for honoring the late President Muhammadu with a true state funeral. Masari assured the president of the loyalty of the state.
I am sure God, Allah and His infinite mercy will be with you. We are assuring you that under the leadership of the governor, Dr. Umar Dukkarada, Katsina will be delivered in all elections to APC, inshallah.
Waziri of Katsina, Senator Ibrahim Ida, commended President Tinubu's effort to ensure the timely completion of the Kanu-Maradi rail project and other infrastructures in the state. Ida said the Umaru Musa Yar'Adua International Airport needed an upgrade to optimize its usage.
At this juncture, Mr. President, allow me to point out that despite the state's financial, very limited and meager financial resources, the state government, the Katsina state government, has expended well over 40 billion naira on security assets, training, and other logistic supports for our national security agencies, particularly those domiciled in Katsina. These are much needed funds which could have been judiciously utilized to provide infrastructure and other much needed social services to our community.
With assurances of loyalty from leaders of Katsina State and renewed commitment from the presidency, the review of security operations is expected to pave the way for more decisive action against banditry while strengthening the push for community-driven policing. Soher Osemeki, reporting for BeeTv News.
The United Nations say growing restrictions in Cameroon surrounding presidential elections scheduled for October are raising fears about whether voters can freely choose their candidates. This is coming as President Paul Biya, the world's oldest head of state at 92 years, seeks a new 7-year term to extend his nearly 43 years in power in an election scheduled for October 12th. The reports.
United Nations Rights Chief Volker Turk made a case for a safe and enabling human rights environment that is essential for peaceful, inclusive, and credible elections, stating that this is, however, not the case in Cameroon. Spokesman in the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, Jeremy Lawrence, cited an incident on August 7 when Diodon Yegba, a former senior member of the opposition African Movement for New Independence and Democracy, was escorted off air by security forces 8 minutes into a live television interview.
Recently, a live television interview with a political figure was interrupted by security forces. These developments come following the suspension of 3 civil society organisations and the banning of 2 others in December last year, and restrictions that were imposed on the operations and funding of some civil society groups.
There have also been concerns regarding the exclusion of some political figures from the race, as well as irregularities in voter registration. It also cited reports that opposition candidates and their supporters had been intimidated and threatened.
Ahead of the presidential election in October, growing restrictions on civic and democratic space in Cameroon are raising fears about whether voters can freely express their will. We are today calling on the government of Cameroon to ensure an environment conducive to a free, transparent, inclusive and genuine vote. Several gatherings have been banned amid rising restrictions on the activities of opposition political parties in the lead-up to the vote.
Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights said last month Cameroonian security forces arrested at least 53 opposition supporters who were accused of public disorder, unlawful assembly, rebellion and incitement to revolt. Harmony Agbafo reporting for BeeTv News.
federal government has launched the Innovate Nigeria Challenge, a platform designed to provide young tech innovators with an opportunity to present their products and ideas while competing for cash rewards. The reports.
Nigerians are known for their creativity in technology, evident in app stores worldwide, where numerous Nigerian-developed applications thrive. For many young innovators, events like GITEX Nigeria provide that crucial platform to pitch their ideas, connect with investors, and gain visibility. Now, the federal government is stepping in with the Innovate Nigeria Change, designed to address these challenges and create fresh opportunities for growth.
It's not just about funding or giving grants. All winners will have access to the Naseni Innovation Hub and gain access also to 12 institutes of Naseni, including the Center of Excellence.
This is government giving you an opportunity to participate, to get some money, mentorship, and also other form of support. In terms of what kind of innovation, I think they should be looking at things that solve real problems, not just fancy things, but things that solve daily daily problems of the average Nigerian.
The plan is for innovators to showcase their products while attempting to win cash prizes. This gesture is seen as an attempt to bring government closer to young people.
What we are saying is this: the government and the private sectors and the agencies are open now. Come and bring your ideas. We are not just doing it because we also discover that what they need in Kano is different from what they need in Ondo. What they need in Ondo is different from what they need in Asaba. And the geopolitical zones, we can drive things when we have good ideas that we know that the young people of this country have.
The National Assembly, especially the Senate, is in support of what Naseni and NIDA and all the agencies are doing. And we are ready to support them in all ways by legislating and giving them funding enough to be able to encourage our youths.
We are the private sector partners that will be running the partnership alongside Naseni. We will be running the challenge. We will be going as industry experts and ecosystem experts and ecosystem leaders. We'll be running the challenge and making sure that we pick the best of the best.
The aim is to celebrate Nigeria's brightest minds in science, engineering, and manufacturing. The top innovators will compete for the top prize of 100 million naira. This challenge is powered by Nasani in collaboration with Afri Labs, and it will go on to the grand finale in February 2026. Gosgift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has facilitated a resolution between aggrieved local contractors and the federal government over unpaid debts. The peace deal came after contractors staged a protest in Abuja, leading to an expanded meeting chaired by Mr. Kalu in his capacity as chairman of the House Special Committee on Budget Implementation. Over 80 contractors attended alongside the Finance Minister, Olawole Edun, the Accountant General of the Federation, Shamsuddin Ogunjimi, and other top officials. After 4 hours of deliberations, both parties agreed to settle the matter in the interest of the economy. The contractors also commended the Deputy Speaker's intervention, noting that it prevented further disruptions. Payments to contractors are expected to begin from Monday. Governors from the Northeast, led by Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum, have urged President Bola Tinubu to prioritize the resumption of oil exploration in the frontier wells of Kumani and the Lake Chad Basin. The appeal was made during a meeting with the president at the presidential villa. The president focused the meeting on key infrastructure and economic concerns in the region, including the completion of 17 major road projects which will connect the 6 states of the zone. He expressed that completing the project would boost trade, agriculture, and security across the 6 states of the region. They also shocked the president of their commitment to his administration's initiative on training of manpower and providing technology.
I say mine too. So, and in the short run of 2 years, we can beat our chest. The economy has turned around. Many of you are already settling back. The displaced citizens, the housing, program you were back upon in Borno and collectively seeing how displaced the people are returning back to their normal residences and having a roof on their head.
Your Excellency, we thank you for fostering peace and stability within the Northeast sub-region and continuing with the initiative of your predecessor.
Just for our youth, then you must understand this simple truth. Government cannot perform simple truth. Government cannot perform without your tax. Government will fix schools, build roads, light up communities if the people pay their tax. That's how governance works. It is not about politics. It is about progress. When you pay your tax, you are not helping the government. You are helping yourself. You are helping your family and your future. Don't wait to be chased. Do the right thing. Be part of building the new Edo State. Pay your tax with pride. Let us build Edo together. This message is brought to you by Edo State Internal Revenue Service.
EIRS, Administering Revenue for Service and Development.
Thanks for staying with us. Welcome back. And now we'll be moving on to business news. The federal government plans to secure an additional $1.75 billion loan from the World Bank to fund key development initiatives, despite experiencing a 4.5% revenue increase over the previous year. Government revenue collection rose to 20.59 trillion naira in the first 8 months of 2025, up from 14.6 trillion naira in the same period the previous year. Non-oil revenues accounted for 75% of the total collections. Let's now join BeeTv News SOL Semwige for details and more from the business world.
Despite the revenue boost, the government continues to face substantial funding gaps in infrastructure and capital project execution, with unpaid contractor claims amounting to approximately. The new loan from the World Bank will support projects across agriculture, health, and digital infrastructure. A notable project, the Nigerian Sustainable Agriculture Value Chains for Growth, is set to receive $500 million. The World Bank's share of Nigeria's multilateral debt has increased to 81.2%, representing $22.43 billion, reflecting a growing dependency on the Institution for Development Financing. First Bank Nigerian PLC has launched the First Money Merchant Solution, a digital payment platform designed to simplify and expand access to digital payment services for businesses across Nigeria. The solution provides automated merchant onboarding, customizable payment features, and instant settlement. The platforms includes pre-configured POS terminals, real-time network dashboard for monitoring, and tools for dispute and complaint resolution. These features are intended to enhance liquidity, operational control, and transactional accuracy while reducing chargebacks. The service is available to both new and existing First Bank account holders through an online registration process. Backed by over 300,000 agents and existing digital infrastructure, the platform is designed to improve financial inclusion, security, and efficiency in Nigeria's payment ecosystem. Nigeria and China have agreed to expand bilateral cooperation in the marine and blue economy sector, targeting port development, fisheries, aquaculture export, and infrastructure investment. The initiative leverages Nigerians' maritime resources, including its 853-kilometer coastline and 10,000 kilometers of inland waterways. Key collaborative efforts include facilitating access to the Chinese market for Nigerian aquaculture products through a zero-tariff export agreement and the development of strategic port infrastructure such as the Lekki Deep Sea Port. The port is already operational and is positioned to enhance trade volume and reduce port congestion. A separate $2 billion investment deal was signed to promote indigenous vessel ownership. This initiative includes $20 billion in freight contracts, $200 million for maritime training, and $50 million for training vessels. The investment is expected to create over 2,000 jobs annually and train 25,000 Nigerian seafarers, contributing to Nigerians' emergence as a regional maritime hub. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has initiated plans to implement net metering regulations that will allow users to export supply solar-generated electricity to the national grid for commercial compensation. The proposal responds to the rising adoption of renewable energy technologies across the country. Solar panel impact reached a value of $125.3 billion in Q1 2025, reflecting ongoing investment in off-grid and rural energy solutions. Total installed solar capacity increased by 63.5 megawatts in 2024, reaching 385.7 megawatts. NEC has developed draft net billing regulations under the Electricity Act. The proposed framework aims to support decentralized power generation, promote clean energy adoption, and enhance grid reliability by integrating excess solar power into the national energy mix. And that is the end of the Business News segment for tonight. I am Esoya Obseveki, reporting for BeeTv News.
And now in entertainment news today, a Nigerian Afrobeat artist, Wizkid, has made history as the first Nigerian musician whose album Made in Lagos Deluxe has every track individually selling over 100,000 units in the United States. Let's join BeeTv News' God's Gift Omune for more details on this and more from the entertainment world.
The album, originally released in 2020 and later expanded in 2021, features a blend of Afrobeats, R&B, reggae, and global pop. Standout collaborations include Essence featuring Thames, Ginger with Burna Boy, and Mood featuring Buju. This milestone underscores both Wizkid's global influence and the international growth of the Afrobeats genre. The achievement reflects sustained streaming, digital downloads, and sales performance across all tracks on the album. The success of Made in Lagos highlights a broader demand for Nigerian music on the global stage and reinforces Wizkid's position as one of Africa's most commercially successful artists. In another development, veterinary Nollywood actress Joke Silva has announced the death of her elder brother, John Olabiyi Silva, at the age of 72. The announcement triggered a wave of public condolences from fans, colleagues, and industry figures across social media platforms. Silva is married to fellow actor Olu Jacobs, made the announcement through her verified Instagram account. John Olabiyi Silva passed away on August 29, 2025. His death has been acknowledged as a personal loss to the family and has prompted widespread expressions of support from the entertainment community. Nigerian artist Ricardo Banks faced online criticism after attending a church service alongside content creator Kesari, whom he had invited to worship with him. The incident gained public attention after a video surfaced showing both individuals participating in a service. While many social media users supported the singer's public expression of faith, a segment of commentary accused him of using religion as a fallback due to declining musical relevance. In response to the criticism, Ricardo Banks issued a strong rebuttal on social media, addressing the personal impact of the trolls' comments. The altercation highlighted the pressures public figures face when their personal actions intersect with public perception, especially on matters of faith and career longevity. Legendary Italian fashion designer Giorgio Armani has died at the age of 91. He was widely regarded as one of the most transformative figures in the modern fashion history. Armani was best known for reinventing the suit, introducing softer tailoring for men and professional elegance for women. His influence spanned decades, shaping contemporary fashion with minimalist yet powerful designs that emphasize fluidity, comfort, and sophistication. Throughout his 65-year career, Amani maintained a design philosophy rooted in adaptability to social change. His commercial success earned him a net worth estimated at $13 billion. Born in Piacenza, Italy, Amani initially pursued medicine before shifting to fashion. His formative years were impacted by World War II, and he later credited these experiences for shaping his understanding of hardship and human resilience. Amani's global brand grew to encompass ready-to-wear couture, fragrances, and accessories, making him one of the most commercially successful designers of all time. And that is it from the entertainment world. Gosgift Omone reporting for BeeTv News.
Messi's family were in attendance at Estadio Mas Monumental in Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina, to celebrate the occasion. After the match in which he scored a brace, Messi told reporters he will not play in the following game, explaining the need to keep himself fresh for Inter Miami. Meanwhile, Messi has cast doubts on his participation in the 2026 World Cup, stating that he has yet to decide whether he will feature. The 38-year-old led the Albiceleste to World Cup glory in Qatar 2022 and was expected to retire immediately after. However, he has continued to play, winning the Copa America after. Meanwhile, Messi has cast doubts on his participation in 2026 World Cup, stating that he has yet to decide whether he will feature. Arina Sabalenka shares playful updates on Love Life during US Open. Reigning champion Arina Sabalenka is back in the spotlight this Thursday night for the semi-finals of the 2025 US Open. Sabalenka hasn't dropped a set this tournament, defeating Rebecca Masarova, Polina Kudermetova, Lila Fernandez, and Kristina Boska. Earlier this week, she won a quarterfinal match against Marketa Vondrousova via walkover. The former Wimbledon champion suffered a knee injury during a warm-up. The US Open has been a breeze for Sabalenka so far. The only thing that really threw her off was a surprise proposal at Louis Armstrong Stadium during a match against Fernandez. Georgios Frangoulis, an entrepreneur who founded a superfood brand called Oakberry in 2016, she gave him a special shout-out after she won the US Open last September. Lookman missing as Osimhen leads Super Eagles attack against Amavubi. The Super Eagles have intensified preparations for the important 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier against Rwanda, with all 20 invited players now in camp. Head coach Eric Chell is set to feed a strong side on Saturday clash. Head coach Eric Chell is set to field a strong side in Saturday's clash, but a notable absence from the expected starting lineup is that of star forward Ademola Lookman, who has been sidelined due to ongoing issues with his club Atalanta. Stanley Nwabali is set to start in goal despite recent injury concerns. The Chippa United shortstopper and is fit for the qualifier. His commanding presence and shot-stopping ability makes him the clear first choice. The back four will likely feature a blend of experience and youth. Ola Aina is expected to start at right back, while Calvin Bassey and captain William Trusty-Kong forming the central defensive partnership. Bruno Oyemechi is a strong candidate for the left back position. And that's it on Sport News tonight. Thanks for watching. Freeman Usawi reporting for BeeTv News.
And that is the size of our news package for the evening. Thanks for watching BeeTv Major News at 6. My name is Harmony Agbafor. Do have a good night.